You know, some music isn't just made to be heard, it's really designed to be felt. We're about to dive into a track that does exactly that. It takes a really complex internal world and translates it into pure sound. So, what does a thought actually sound like? Well, let's find out.
It all starts with this feeling. You know, that sense that you're not quite alone inside your own head. And then, boom, the anxiety hits. A sharp, judgmental thought that just lands like it's a fact.
And these thoughts, they don't just show up once. Oh no, they loop, they get warped, they become this constant refrain, until you're just left with this question hanging right in the middle of all that chaos. Now this is the raw material, the internal monologue that fuels the music we're about to deconstruct.
So, how on earth do you take that chaotic, deeply personal experience and manage to translate it into a piece of electronic music? That is the absolute core question we are digging into today. Okay, so the track is called Inner Voice ADHD. It's by the Melbourne-based producer Kellytranscend. And let me tell you, that's not just a title, it is a full-on mission statement. The artist's goal here was incredibly specific: to sonically represent what neurodivergent thought patterns, brains that process information a bit differently than what's considered typical, what they actually feel like from the inside. This isn't just music about a feeling. It's an attempt to build the feeling itself using sound. So how is it built?
To really get it, we have to look past that initial wall of chaos and start breaking down its structure. And I mean it, you gotta forget everything you know about standard song construction.
This is where it gets really interesting. On one hand, you've got the predictable, comfortable path of a typical song. But then you look at the blueprint for this track. Musical ideas, these motifs, they pop up, but instead of developing like you'd expect, they get totally cut short by bursts of static or these jarring glitches. The chaos is the design.
In this phrase just illustrates the intent perfectly. You should think of it less like a composed song and way more like a sonic diary entry. It's personal, it's not linear, and it is completely unfiltered. It's like a direct transmission from an internal state. So you might be wondering, if the structure is chaotic on purpose, what keeps you listening? Well, that's the really clever part. The track turns that very chaos into its central hook.
In most techno, your brain is just waiting for that drop. You're anticipating it. But here, Kellytranscend messes with that expectation on purpose. Just when you think you finally found the pattern, the floor gets pulled right out from under you with a sudden tempo change or a blast of distortion. That constant surprise is what keeps you totally locked in.
So here's how all these pieces come together to tell a kind of story. The track builds up this intense pressure, and then it just shatters your expectations, forcing you to accept that chaos is the main idea. And all of that together paints this incredibly vivid inner landscape that the artist set out to capture in the first place.
And this all brings us to a much bigger idea, which is this concept of techno as psychological storytelling. It's a whole subgenre where the goal isn't just to make you dance, but to use every single element, the sound design, the structure, the atmosphere, to put you right inside a specific state of mind.
Look, a track like this doesn't just exist in a vacuum. It's actually part of a much larger and really thrilling conversation happening in electronic music right now, pushing the boundaries of what a song can even be and do. So if this has got you hooked and you're thinking, okay, where do I find more of this? I've got you. Artists like Surgeon and Paula Temple are absolute legends in this space. They're known for using these industrial textures and brutalist structures to create powerful, sometimes unsettling moods. And then you've got others like Blauen or the duo Karen who bring this raw, hardware-driven chaos to their music. This is your what to listen to next list for sure.
And at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. This isn't background music, not even close. It is for active listeners, for people who crave more than just a beat. They want an edge, they want a powerful concept, and they want sound design that serves a real artistic purpose.
And that really just leaves us with this fascinating final thought. We've just seen how music can simulate a thought pattern with incredible detail. So it makes you wonder, what other hidden internal worlds are just waiting out there to be translated into sound?
Feeling strange inside my mind, you're dodgy and nervous. This place may feel like I'm leaving me behind. Who I used to be, who I will become, hanging with this negativity. I think these people do not like me. Just a feeling, I think it's maybe me. I don't even have a boyfriend who wants me. Ich verstehe nicht. Every word I try to speak comes out different than I think. People misunderstand me. Feel something here is not quite right. If they do not trust me, it means that they do not trust themselves. So they must be untrustworthy. But these two, one voice tells me to stay, another pulls me away. Which one should I believe? I think they would sell the sugar from their grandmother's tea. It's hard for me beyond my way of emotional insecurity. This is a pressure sometimes hard to bear for a sensitive something like me. Morning light reveals the truth you knew was never reality. Most of all, you, this the new factual, disturbing reality. Everything I thought I knew was changed, distorted and reframed. All this is unders, yes. Different names and same old sounds, untrustworthy. They for some reason prejudge me. They think I'm a simple dizzy bimbo, horse carefree. All this is unders here. Every step I try to take leads me down a different way. Sure as it's A.D.H.D, okay. One voice tells me to stay, another pulls me away. Which one should I believe? I think they would sell the sugar from their grocery. Which one for me out? Always with a dash of emotional insecurity. This is a pressure sometimes hard to bear for a sensitive something like me. Fighting with myself again, unsure, not certain again. Pamphlet mit mir selbst, breaking down and building up. Seems like the road is never gonna end. Just when I thought I had a new friend, it was bullshit, distorted, not true. False in my head, not to fear a total, not a public service covered worker who would sell the sugar from his grandmother's tea. Pressure on me also, world is struggle. Maybe both are telling truths. I give you the chance to speak truth. I will